Hi, friends! Yay! Okay. Um, my self is about as crazy as my hair today, which is intensely cray cray. Um, I washed it and I didn't blow dry it, so it's like all over the place. That is what you're gonna get today. And hi, welcome, happy Monday. You guys have been so busy before I even got here. Welcome, everybody. We have Anthony, Dragon Drawer. We have Ruth. We have Simmerjeet. We have John. We have Doug. We've got Michelle and Pertinax and K-Rai and Wendy Sue, Claudia, Penexer. Oh my gosh, you guys, thank you so much for joining today. I am very excited that you're here with me. I have fun stuff for today. Let me just tell you, okay, so I was getting ready like an hour ago, and I'm looking in the mirror, and I'm like, I have bags under my eyes, so I am so tired for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Look at me. Look at me. Look how tired I look. I don't know what's going on. So we're gonna play today, because honestly, I haven't really played in the last little bit, because last week I was still kind of recovering and trying to figure out what was going on with like everything. Pertinax, I don't know what a romper room is, but I like how that sounds. I know about bananas and pajamas. I don't know if that counts. I will not be going to the San Fran show. I so wish I could. It's just not in the cards for me this year. Hopefully next year if I plan it a little better. But yeah, I'm just so fried. I could use a couple weeks at home just to kind of recover. So today we have stuff. We have Drillogs, which I have here. We have Franklin-Christoph collaboration pens to sneak peek on. I'm going to move these out of the way. And I also have some of the new... I showed you these last week, but I've actually had a chance to play with these. The Penonia Stationery Universe inks. They are spectacular. So I'm really excited about these. So I think we should just like chit chat, hang out. Ew, look, it's my hair. You see it? It's all falling out. I'm gonna put it on the floor where it belongs. Sorry. Yeah, let's just play. Let's just hang out. I have a cup of water that has been used because I posted a new reel today with the Drillog pens and nibs, and I used the water and then I didn't change it. So should I show you the new Franklin-Christoph pens first? I think I should. And then I can tell you a bit about them, because I don't feel like writing yet, which is weird, but I don't. The pens have not gone up yet. They are going up Tuesday, August 19th, 10 a.m. Eastern. There are 5 extra fines, 5 fines, 5 mediums, 4 broads, 11 double broads, and 5 music nibs. Okay? So that is the selection that I've got right now. These pens, so they're made by Franklin-Christoph, and the material is from Pens by Pasquale. So here's the first one I grabbed. This one's pretty spectacular, if I may say so myself. This particular pour on this looks really good. It's a Model 31. It is clipless. So, yeah, so the top can be unscrewed. This is generally where they put the clip. Generally, this is where the clip goes. But because this is clipless, there is no clip, so there's no slit in the cap. This has a GP engraving, which I will try to rotate so you could see in the light. Let me just zoom in a bit on it. There you go. Right here. It's the GP engraving. And each pen is slightly different, but they all have roughly the same colors. So they are all going to be this blue, purple, green material, with some sparkle, but not an excessive amount, because like not Bennu level sparkles for those of you who don't love sparkle that much. So you can see it up here in the purple, that's where the sparkle is, but like the blue and the green are actually pearlescent, not sparkly. So let me just open another one just so you can have an idea. Hello, Elmo. Welcome. Welcome. Here's another one. These two are roughly similar in terms of what the blank has, like a lot of green and purple and blue. Some of them have a little bit of pink, some of them are more purple. They do not glow in the dark, but they are UV reactive. And since you mentioned it, I have my UV light here. So let me UV them. Okay, so I don't know how this will show up in... I don't know if this is going to show up with the lights on it. You can kind of see it. So they are quite glowy. Blacklight fun, for sure. And I think they're really spectacular. Turn off the studio lights. Okay, so it's going to go dark. Give me 1 second. We're going dark. I don't know if the camera is picking this, like, can pick this up. Oh, there's like weird stuff on my finger. Gross. What is that? Let me see. There we go. Maybe there. This green, it's really hard to show up on the lights. Sorry, and the camera. But the green is like fluorescing. Hopefully you can see it. The purple also has a bit of a glow to it. So it's a very interesting material, in my opinion. Does UV reactive matter at all to the function of a fountain pen? No, absolutely not. No, definitely not. It's really just a fun thing. So, yes. Ew, what's on my finger? I don't know. I don't know what that was. Sorry, that absolutely cracks me up. So these are called Cosmic Collision because so many other pen manufacturers were doing Aurora Borealis. And what I wanted to aim for was something that was a little more general, in that the Cosmic Collision doesn't necessarily have to show up as Aurora. It's just particles that are being excited by photons and energy and night skies. And so I just wanted to give it a different look. So this is version 2. This is the second iteration of the Cosmic Collision that's ever been done. And I'm really excited about them, and I'm really very proud of them. So I hope you guys like them. They mean a lot to me. It's always really scary to put out a new collaboration into the pen world, because I never really know how they will be received, and I hope you guys really like them. So Tuesday... Comet Vomit. That's so good. That's absolutely brilliant. Tuesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, they will be live in the shop on the homepage, and all the prices are in Canadian dollars. So if you see anything and you're just like, what's going on, these are really expensive, it's because it's Canadian dollars, not real dollars. So I agree with Anthony. If you didn't get the Polar Lights pen, this would be a good substitute. And Polar Lights will not be coming back because Blanks by BBC, who poured that material, is currently not pouring. So it's not going to happen for a very long time. Is it a Yovo music nib? Yes, it is. And Franklin-Christoph's Yovo music nib is a 1.9 millimeter stub with no tipping. I have had one since, like, for 10 years, and I've used it constantly. And it's, without the tipping, it doesn't matter. It's not like it has worn out or anything, so don't worry about it. It will last. Cosmic fart. Comet vomit. That is so funny. I love that. Okay, so you have seen the Franklin-Christophs. They will be live tomorrow. Oh. Sorry. I have a whole bunch of Toyo tins underneath me. What about the tariffs? Well, these are made in the US, and they will be identified as such coming in. I do not know how USPS and all the couriers that I use will respond to this, because they don't really know either. So I cannot actually tell you for sure. There is a chance that there will be tariffs, but I'm releasing them tomorrow because I will be able to ship them out before the official de minimis goes away, which is August 29th. So they will be out in the mail and shipped before that actual date. So that's one of the reasons that I wanted to release them so quickly, is so that people wouldn't have to worry about the de minimis going away. But yeah, it's a real challenge, and it's been really stressful. I mean, for small businesses, it's just absolutely insane. Yes, if you have ordered from the shop and you have seen a little country of origin post-it note on your order, it's because that is one of the requirements of shipping to the US right now. Every item in your order has to be labeled with the country of origin. So it's really hard. It's really scary. It adds a lot of extra time to every order. That's just the stuff that you guys see. That does not include like all the behind the scenes stuff where we have to do a whole bunch of stuff with the tax codes and everything. So I will do my absolute best to get everything out before the August 29th cutoff. I should be able to. I will contract assistance if needed, but absolute worst case, it's just going to be the way it is. It really sucks. It really, really sucks. You apologize for your country. Thank you. Thank you. I mean, Canadians, we have been paying taxes on all of our stuff over $20 in forever. I mean, we're used to this. So this is something very new to the United States, and I don't know enough to comment on how it's going to help the situation or what's going on, but I just know as a small business, it's a real doozy. It's a real killer. So yeah, so let's play. I think we should play. Wait, that's not the ink I wanted to open. This is not the ink that I wanted. I wanted these inks. So I've got two of the Penonia Stationery Universe collaborations. I purchased this one, which is the Morning Morpho, and I was gifted the Midnight Morpho Shimmering. So let's play with them. I'm going to open the blue because the blue one does not have shimmering, the Morning Morpho, and I just think it's a little easier for me to play with. So let's do that. You have to train carrier pigeons to make deliveries to avoid tariffs. This was not the ink you were looking... No, this is not the ink you're looking for. It is these ones. Okay. So we have Morning Morpho. First of all, I am biased. I absolutely love Stationery Universe. I love Tori. I think she's an amazing human being, and these are so beautiful. I love Penonia inks, and I'm biased because I purchased this one, and I'm biased because I was gifted this one. So it's just the way it is. I was also gifted these Drillog pens. So this pen I received like 5 years ago. But what's new is the nibs and the finishes. So we have a titanium pen in Sunset. And what they have done differently is they have created this short nib. So, sorry, it just looks so ridiculous that it makes me laugh. There is also the original full-size nib, which is this one. So, side by side, they're pretty hilarious. This one is called Midnight. And it's also titanium with an anodizing, very pretty, lots of ink channels on it. And so I'm going to put these back on their bodies. It's rolling away. It's rolling away. Okay. So all they do, they just screw into the bodies. They're really very convenient. It's very cool. Now, this one is 0.8 millimeters. This one is 1.2 millimeters. And it also came with instructions about how to care for them. But let's write with them first. So let's dip. There's some ink in the cap. We're going to dip into that. No, we're going to dip into the bottle. Oh, I dipped too far. When I dip, we dip, you dip. I dipped too far. Okay, so you can see that there is ink in all of the channels. And then, okay, so let's do some writing with the 0.8. Now, I received these. I did not prep them. I did not do anything to these nibs. All I did was start dipping and writing with them. Hello, Jello. It feels like writing with a fine Western nib or a medium Japanese nib. They are shockingly smooth. You cannot hear it, but they kind of sing a little bit. They are really quite awesome. Out of the two, I generally prefer the 1.2 millimeter just because I like broader nibs. Okay, so that's how much we wrote with the short nib before it started running out of ink. I'm going to zoom out a little bit. I'm also going to lower my light a little bit. No, that's the wrong one. There we go. So I'm going to re-dip, but you have an idea now of how much we were able to write. Oh my god, listen. It's so hard to describe how pleasant this is. So, again, I just want you all to know I was gifted these pens. I did not purchase these. They asked me if I was interested in sharing this before the San Fran Pen Show because they would be attending the San Fran Pen Show with these new nibs and pens. And I said, I really want to try them out before I commit to anything. But these are really awesome. I think these are really, really awesome nibs. So I feel good about sharing this with you. What you are looking at here. So these are... So Drillog makes the bodies separate. Let me just clean the nib so that I can separate it without getting ink all over myself. Not that that really matters. So, okay. they make a whole bunch of different bodies. This is one of the bodies. Just this one. This is one of their simpler bodies. It is one of their newer options. They have a whole bunch. They've got ones that are like twisted. They have plain ones. They have short ones. So the one that I have here is a short. So I'm going to show you. This one's one of their older ones. This is a short. And it has space in here for like a lanyard or to hang it from something. And then they all post, so they become like full size. Or full size. This one's still pretty pocket size. This one becomes full size. And then the nib units all screw in, so you can rotate and mix and match, do whatever you want. So you can see they screw in. So if you're thinking of something like what this is comparable to is something like the Kakamori dip nibs, a folded brass nib. It's just that they're a lot more precise because of all the channels in the body that control the ink flow. Unlike with something like a folded nib where it's kind of a free-for-all about how much ink gets applied to the page. So I'm gonna screw this one in. This is the 1.2 millimeter. They screw really well, very easily, and then I'm going to do this one. Like, the threads catch really well. Which is better, the first version or the second? I'm going to say the first version of the nibs, which I can actually show you because I also have those. The first versions were sizes like 0.5. Here, I have them in here. So let me zoom in a little more. So these were all the full size version of the nib. And these are 0.3, 0.5, and 0.8. The 0.8, just because of the nature of the tip size, was my favorite, and also because I just generally prefer broader nibs. But to me, I didn't have issues with these performing. I found that they actually worked. They had a fair bit of feedback just based on the nature of the material, and I didn't have issues with them. Like, they flowed. They gave me a good amount of writing. And I would say the second iteration here, these ones, I think the tip sizes are just much better. Like, I feel like they are just meant for this kind of performance as opposed to smaller tip sizes like the 0.8 and the 0.3. Sorry, the 0.5 and the 0.3. So how much would they write in a single dip? Okay, so this particular one, this is the short nib, what we've done here. This is the short nib. So this is how much of an ink reservoir there is. And it wrote up to here. Up to the at. And then I redipped for the juicy bouncing kumquats. Let's do the 1.2. Now, the 1.2 is broader, so it's going to use more ink, but it also has a bigger ink reservoir just because of the full-size nib. So, they do not have any wide italic sizes. However, let's try something. Okay, so I have now inked this one. I don't know if you could see it, but I can see it, but hopefully you can see it, the glistening of the ink in the channels. So let's do this one. So this is the 1.2 millimeter. Hello, Jello. 7. Larry. Panty. Fruit flies. Gaze anxiously. Okay, so this is about where it runs out. I'm just gonna look at this to see if there's any. No, there's no ink left. Okay, so we're out of ink. This top part is the 0.8. The bottom is the 1.2. It's really very nice. It is a really smooth, generous ink flow writer. I'm really, really into it. I'm gonna try doing something in terms of I see somebody mentioned doing swatching. Anthony's right, 0.3 is good for detail hatching, 0.5 is good for sketching. Of course, it really depends on how you use your pens and your nibs. I'm definitely more of a smearer, ink smearer, and I can draw. So if you are skilled, unlike myself, you can probably show it off a lot better than I can. Okay, so this is the 1.2, and what we're going to try, I'm just curious. Oh, okay. Okay, so it did not very much, but it was swatchable. Okay, so basically if you have ink in this section, just the nose cone, it did put ink down in like a nice swatchy way. If it's up in the top part, it does not come out as easily. So you can swatchies. I don't know if it's very easy. Swatchies. I don't know if it's easy, but it can be done. But writing with it is very pleasant. I'm very much enjoying this. Okay, let me catch up because I haven't been looking at the chat. Spicy ginger salmon bowl sounds so delicious. Big shock, I'm hungry. Hello, Dustin. Welcome. You're tempted by the Drillog, but you're pretty hooked on the Kakimori. I think the Drillog is good if you want more precise writing. So if you want to control the ink flow more than with the Kakimori, the Kakimori is definitely better at swatching, in my opinion. If I had to pick, I would get the 1.2 millimeter long nib over the short nib, just because the long nib holds more ink. And then I would use it with the pen, but because it is, because the long nib is longer, I would use it unposted because the nib length adds quite a bit of distance to the pen when you're writing. So I would unpost it. So I unscrew the cap here. Otherwise, it's quite long. So I unposted it so that I could grip lower on the pen. So this would be my ideal setup, which is why I have it on this absolute mini ridiculous pen. I'm just letting those smears dry a bit. Letting them dry. While they dry, let me tell you about the pen. So if you're curious, which we all are, the nibs are roughly $100. They are not inexpensive. So you can build your own pen and purchase as many nib units as you want, as many sizes you want, as many colors, as many pens as you want, but you're basically looking at like $100 per piece. So the Kakimori nibs are like $50, so these are definitely more expensive. I do think they're more refined in terms of appearance. They are very pretty. in my humble opinion. They're very pretty. They are very controlled and precise. So if you're looking for something that is much more precise, I would highly recommend these. They are very robust. They are titanium. I have dropped these on the floor. They have taken a beating. I have thrown them in my bag. I have thrown them in this kind of container where things just rattle around. So they're very hardy in terms of what they can handle. I'm not going to judge if nobody wants to spend $100 on a nib. It's totally fine. I would do it because I'm a crazy person. But yes, if you're a swatch machine, stick to the Kakamori. If you are looking for more writing, the Drillogs are better for that. So what they added was how to maintain your metal dip pen nib. Should the tip of the pen become oily, ink will be repelled and dipping for ink will not be possible as water soluble. If the ink does not flow through to the pen tip, remove the oil using the following method. Apply a mild detergent to a fine bristled brush, such as a nylon brush or a toothbrush, and moisten with water. Carefully brush along the grooves of the pen tip. Brush each of the 8 grooves from the nib shoulder to the tip of the pen. I don't know if you can actually read this. After brushing, wash off the detergent with running water or hot water and let it dry naturally. Repeat steps 1 through 3 again if the ink does not flow to the nib. If the above method is not working, please contact us at the below for more information. So they show you that this is where you need to be brushing. I've got these ones, like the ones that I have in here. I've been using these for years and I have never brushed them. They have never been problematic for me. I realize that this is just a sample of one, so like of one of each of these nibs. But one of the things that may be the reason that influences this is that I usually grab them at the back. Like I don't typically hold the nib itself. I mean, I have been in this video because I was lazy, but usually I grab the back when I am handling them. So, I'm not generally putting as much oil on them. So, yeah, very interesting. Are they stabby? Is that a question for me? Yes. Ow. That hurt. Ow! Ow, that hurt. Look what I did. Can you see the stabbies? Hang on, let me point them out. Let me point out the stabbies. Here's a stabby. There's a stabby. There's a stabby. That hurt. So they're very stabby. They did not break skin. Ooh, the 0.8 could break skin. Yeah, that one's really sharp. So, ow. 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 We're going to stop that. They can break skin. So anyway, this is the Morning Morpho ink. It is beautiful. I love this color. I love the green undertones. I'm going to show you. I'm pretty sure it's in here. Here it is in a triad. Look how stunning and vibrant this is. I'm obsessed with this ink. I'm probably going to need to buy another bottle. I love it so much. I think it's absolutely gorgeous. Wale, stop stabbing yourself. Sorry. I just wanted you to know that I was dedicated to answering your question. Too dedicated, quite possibly. Only here, folks. Thank you, Pertnux. That is correct. It was very painful, as it turns out. So, let's not do that anymore. Okay, so let's check out the other ink, the shimmering ink, shall we? Thank you, Simmergy. Yes, I did sacrifice myself in the name of science. Of sorts. Okay, let me open. Let me turn the page. Oh, I'm going to use this page. Let me use this page because it doesn't have to be a fresh page. Let me show you. This is not my pen. This is on loan. So this is the matching pen to the Morpho inks, which are these ones. These are the Morpho inks. This is the matching pen. So this is made by Heinz, and this is for Stationery Universe. I have borrowed this pen. Tori did not ask me to post about this pen. I am just doing it because I love Tori, and I think this pen is beautiful. The material is poured by Poorly Controlled, which I think is a hilarious name. I'm actually going to use the backside of this page. So let's look at the material. Look how pretty. Absolutely beautiful. This one, the pen is called the Aurora Morpho. Very, very, very pretty. Pretty. Okay, let's see if it's dry. Oh, a little bit. That's fine. I've had it inked and have not written with it in a couple days, and it's shimmering ink. So let's prime it a little. I have primed it. There we go. So this is a double broad, and the ink is, okay, so wait, the pen is the Aurora. I'm trying to watch what I'm doing to see if it's in focus. I don't know. Morpho. And then the ink is the Midnight Morpho shimmering. I just wanted to write that. Let me catch up on. Next, I will be inky messing with my blood. I've already done that before. Am I going to San Fran? I am not, and I'm so sad that I'm not, and I so wish I was. I almost want to look at flights, even last minute, just to go for 2 days. Like one night. Because one night is all I could afford. Because it's like 500 beans. And our exchange rate is terrible. It is on loan. And because it is Tori's, I will return it. It's possible I won't. You know what I do have a request for? John was actually curious about having different writing samples of the Quick Brown Fox Jumps Over the Lazy Dog for his students. If you are out there and feel like contributing to helping his students see different writing samples, please send me an email at gourmetpens@gmail.com so that I could send you my mailing address so that you can send me writing samples of the Quick Brown Fox Jumps Over the Lazy Dog so that we can help John out with his students. I think that would be really cool. So I'm going to write the Quick Brown Fox Jumps Over the Lazy Dog. The Quick... Oh gosh, this is a nice ink. Brown Fox. I saw a mention of a pen roll, and no. You will not get it back. The Quick Brown Fox Jumps Over the Lazy Dog. So, we would love... Sloppy is absolutely a style. We would love options. You can text me pictures. That would be great. I think that would be really, really awesome. I just think it's really fun to have a reason to use our pens. And I just really appreciate... Like, you guys are so great, and I just really appreciate this amazing community that we have created. And so I just think it'd be really nice if we can help a friend out with his students. And also, if you get to use your pens, why not? Okay. Oh god, look at how pretty this is. Oh no, this is so nice. Okay, hang on. Okay. We're going to Stationery Universe. Oh, you can't see what I'm doing. Stationery. Sorry, I'm such an idiot. We are going to Stationery Universe. Okay, first of all, as you know, I purchased. Look at all my tabs. I'm such a psycho. I purchased one of these. I also got a 3-pen pouch and this little pouch here. So the little pouch is the small utility pouch. One of the best things I've ever bought. Just saying. Okay, next up we have this that I really want. I'm just showing you. I really like this. The butterfly pen holder. It is made by Kaleido Craft Prints, who, for example, has made my, I know it's kind of in the background, but they've made my my holder. Okay, let's go to the Aurora Morpho. This is the Aurora Morpho. It is so beautiful. We like the Aurora Morpho, beautiful. It's so pretty. It's so shiny. Okay. Ready to give your words wing. Ah, so elegant. Where might we find your email address? gourmetpens@gmail.com. Please send me an email so I can hook you up with my mailing address so that I can collect your writing samples and send them all over to John. That would be much appreciated. Okay, so Discord, a game. Wait, I was playing Minesweeper earlier. And then I got distracted by you guys. Okay. By you guys, I mean by the time being the live stream. I also got stickers. Oh, I like this one. The Ink Life chose me. Can you guys just shop with me right now so that you can just like be here with me while I buy stuff? Why is it not loading for me? There we go. I think I like the purple one. Oh my god, look at her nails. They look so good. They look so good. The neighbor's cat comes by. I'm gonna just see if that's the cat. Hang on, give me a second. It's not the cat. It's just the outdoors. So, okay. So, sorry. I'm so all over the place. Do I need to encourage you to buy? That's easy. Yes. Do I need to encourage you guys and also myself? That is also easy. Meow. I also got these, the note cards, which I think are very beautiful. And I got stickers. I don't think I showed you the note cards. I also have this one, the square stamp. Can you see my mouse? Where's my mouse? Does it not show my mouse? Oh my god, it doesn't show my mouse. How are we supposed to see things? That's absolutely bananas. Okay. I'm so sorry. All this time I thought my mouse was visible. Anyway. Okay. Also, I purchased a converter, but I don't see it available here because I think it was an old version, or maybe it was this one with the flowers. No, it wasn't this one. Oh, it was this one. Yeah, with the giant size converter. Okay, anyway. I'm sorry. I got distracted. Let me close that. Let's close that. Okay. Okay. So, oh wait, let me show you the ink. It's very pretty. And it's a light purple with a good amount of shimmer, in that the shimmer flows very well. It's not too much that it plugs up the pen. And it's kind of a chroma shader in that it's got like purple and then it shades into blue. So it's a very beautiful color if you're looking for a purple blue with shimmer. I think it's very lovely. Okay, so next week I have... Wait, first of all, this week... so the pens are going live. The Franklin-Christoph pens are going live tomorrow morning. And they're probably going to take me like 3 to 5 days to pack because there's going to be a lot of them. There's 35 in total. So please forgive me for being a little slower than usual. Hang on. La Brea Tar Pits. Ooh. Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Do I know if she'll be getting more of the Midnight Morpho with shimmer? I am pretty sure she will. So I believe she just sold out at DC just because the ink is so pretty and everybody wanted it. So I'm pretty sure she will. The squirrel! Yeah, I know. So sorry. Okay, right. So tomorrow, the Franklin-Christoph pens go live, 10 a.m. Eastern. And I've got to pack them up, but I'm going to a small city nearby in Ontario with my brother, sister-in-law, and my 2 nieces for 2 days while I'm this week. So I apologize for the delay in packing. I will be packing as soon as I get back. I don't really take vacation from the shop, but this is one of the times that I will be taking vacation where it's 2 days. It's really literally 2 days. So I apologize for the delay in shipping your pens. I will have them out before the de minimis is removed. So they will be hitting the US border before then. The regular nibs, so the extra fine, medium, broad, and double broad are $2.80 Canadian, and the music nib is $2.99 Canadian, just because the music nib costs more for me to get as well. So that's $2.80 Canadian for the regular nibs and $2.99 Canadian for the music nib. I did show the Franklin-Christoph pens, but I will show them again. Do not worry. Let me just clear space. Okay. Do not worry. Do not worry. Do not worry. So here's one of them. So Model 31 clipless, material poured by Pens by Pasquale. Let me grab another one to show you. I have to keep them separate because they're 2 different nib sizes. Oh no. I wonder if I mix them up. So here's another one. So they're all a little bit different. They all have roughly similar colors, but because they're all hand poured, they're all going to be a little bit different. And it's just too difficult for me to make it an option for people to pick out of 35 pens, pick their own pen. So they're all going to be a random selection based on nib sizes. Hi, Danny! He recognized the Canadian accent totally. Can I review what is different on a music nib? Absolutely. I won't be able to do it in time, obviously, before these go out. But the music nib is a 1.9 millimeter stub nib. And the regular nibs are round points. So the music nib is really good if you're looking for something for italic type writing or calligraphy practice. I also have a review, or I've done videos where I have done, like, played with the music nibs before. The prices, here, I'm going to write them down. So the prices for the regular nibs being extra fine to double broad, are $2.80 Canadian. And the music nib is $2.99 Canadian. Because, of course, there's always a million import taxes and fees on everything. So that's always a joy. Okay, I'm going to make sure that this is the broad before I pack it away. Yeah, this is the broad. So some of them have like a bit more like pink purple to them, which is really cool. Some of them are more like purple green. Thank you so much, Simmerjeet, for posting that. Thank you, Dragon Jor, for posting that. And then we're gonna put them in the pocket. Sorry. As you know, I like to sing to you. I like to sing to you. Yes. 2 slits 3 times. That is correct. If you give me 1 sec, where do I have my current one? It's in here somewhere. I can't find it. It's in my pocket. But oh! Here's the Franklin... Sorry. Here is the Franklin-Christoph music nib. So, it is 2 slits 3 times. It is untipped. And this is probably dry. So I'm going to dip it in some water here. A dry. It is a fantastic writer. Keeps up... I just wiped inky water on my face. Keeps up really, really well. Beautiful for adding some flair to your handwriting with pretty much no effort on your part. Amazing. It is one of my favorite nibs. I probably have like 6 of these at this point. I think it's one of the best bangs for your buck. Like, really a great value for this nib. So, if you are interested in calligraphy practice, this is a really good nib. Could you get a cursive grind on the music? Because there's no tipping, it's really difficult for them to grind this nib. I have never seen it done, but that does not mean it cannot be done. It's just that there's no tipping, so there's really nothing to be ground. Okay, so let me just do, like, I really like it for black letter type calligraphy. Okay, hello, Jello. Wow, this was horrendous black letter. But it makes for some really awesome stubby lines. Well, hello, Strings and Petals. Maybe Strings and Petals can answer this for us. Annabelle, can we grind a nib that is a stub into a cursive italic if it doesn't have tipping? Is that doable? Maybe you can help us. Sounds like a surprise pop quiz for the students. I agree. I agree. Is there a patron saint for internet speed? I wish. That is really weird. I'm so sorry. But as you guys know, I do not like limited editions. So if you miss out on this batch, please do not fret. I will do another batch. It just depends. It depends on when Franklin-Christoph has space in their queue. I will do another batch. So please do not panic if you miss out. It'll happen again. Okay, yeah, so we're just waiting for Strings and Petals to tell us. If you can grind an untipped stub nib to a cursive italic, I don't know. I don't know. There's no tipping. Like, what would you be grinding? We can do anything. It's just metal. There you have it. Right there. Right there from a nib mistress. Thank you so much for letting us know. So it can be done. You just need to go to somebody with skill. That's not me. It's not me. I don't have skill. Nib mistress is what I want to write. But it's going to take me forever. Nib mistress. There we go. Nib mistress. And it won't last forever. It won't last forever. My oldest Franklin-Christoph music nib is, I think, like 10 years old. Honestly, I think it's like 10 years old. I've had it since I used to live in the Netherlands. I have not had any experience of it wearing out yet, but I can understand that without tipping it will wear out. They are like $35 US. So I highly recommend getting one if you don't have one. I mean, a lot of steel nibs in theory won't last forever, depending on what you do to them, I think. Like, if you have like an extra fine with just a tiny bit of tipping and you're writing on it constantly forever, or constantly a lot, won't it wear out the tipping? This is a good reason to have more than one pen, because you spread your usage out. You spread your usage out amongst the pens, amongst the tippings. Limited editions are everywhere and cause so much FOMO. Yes. It will always be my thing where I'm adamantly against limited editions, and the only way it happens is if the maker refuses to make me more material. So, yeah. Anyway, so, okay, so we've got this. We've got the Drillogs. We've got the Franklin-Christophs going up tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming here and being with me on this Monday night. I am still like trying to come to terms with the loss of my G unit, which is what I called my grandma. Sorry, I just read Dustin's comment just as I said that. I'll spread your usage out with my tipping. Thank you. So kind. So delightful. Honestly, that made me laugh. Clearly, that made me laugh. And so, anyway, yeah, so I used to call my grandma my G unit, and it's just really weird that she's not here anymore. But I'm very, very, very lucky that I had her for so many years, and I'm just really grateful for that. So I just want to thank you all for being here with me and being here with me last week when I was like sad and stuff. You cheered me up, and I'm really so very grateful for all of you. Next week we're going to be looking at my new pens and stuff that I got from DC, like actually inking them, because I got new nibs with pen rail modifications, so we're going to be playing with that, and I'm very excited for that because I'm saving it to do with you guys. So Thank you again. I hope you all have a wonderful week and weekend. I look forward to seeing you next Monday. And we're sending Strings and Petals back to work making nibs. Thank you for your service of being here and making nibs for us. And thank you all for being here with me. I love you all very, very much. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye! Da, 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 da. Okay, sorry. I'm going to stop doing that. Oh, that made me dizzy. Oh.